Yeah, g'day and welcome to Sam and Kev's Outdoor Adventures. It's Sam here and I'm on a day walk today. I'm making my way up to the Pearse Resurgence, which is sort of at the base of Mount Arthur over in the upper South Island, and should be a good day walk. If I get a chance, I'll do a bit of an explore around and hopefully find the lower cave entrance as well, but I'm not too sure exactly where it is, so let's carry on and see how the day goes. Yeah, so what is the Pearse Resurgence? Yeah, you may be wondering if you haven't heard of it or haven't been in this area before. Well, essentially Mount Arthur is full of tunnels and caves, and all the water that makes its way down through that mountain comes out at the bottom at the Pearse Resurgence. So it's essentially a spring at the bottom of Mount Arthur where all of those tributaries meet. If you read up a bit about this track, you'll see that after there's a river crossing right at the start, which I've done, and then about half an hour in, which is where I'm at now, you get multiple river crossings start to happen. So here comes the first one. Well, I'm making good progress. I'm just about an hour in and there's just a bit of a narrow bit of the river, so I've had to sidle up high on the track, and Jesus, put me up here. It's just absolutely beautiful up here this morning. I'll scan around and show you what I mean. Right, I'm probably about an hour and a half in. Just stopped for a quick drink. I'm just sidling high up over another section of river at the moment. It's just often run out of superlatives for the New Zealand wilderness, but I mean it really is just a beautiful river valley. The Pearse River, I'd highly recommend it. But in terms of progress, yeah, about an hour and a half. I've probably got just under a kilometre to go to get to the Resurgence. So I'm making good time. Travelling light, obviously, and just a day trip. So carry on. And yet another river crossing. Alright, so I've made it to the Resurgence location. There's a beautiful wee grassy terrace here, so there's a little space for tenting. There's no hut or anything like that. It would be an awesome place for a hut, but just never ever been one here as far as I'm aware. So, but what this area is famous for is caving. People that go down underwater or up in the cave network, and it's just extensive. It's one of the largest cave networks in the world. So it's a caver's dream. I'm just going to go, I'll show you around and see what we can find around here. So behind me is the Resurgence cave. This is where it really all starts from. This is the spring, and unbelievably there's a couple of Whiio, or blue duck, sitting right in the entrance. It's just incredible, really. So always one of my favourite birds to see. Very rare to see unless you're right out in the wilderness. But anyway, here's a few pics of the Resurgence. I'm just going for a wee little side trip up a side creek. So I've basically just to the west, or the left of the Resurgence, there's a wee side creek called Isles Creek. It's dry, or at least at this point in time it is. I imagine in heavy rain it's not. And I'm just going to wind my way up here for about nearly a kilometre, and I believe I might be able to find a cave entrance somewhere around here. So don't know if I'll have any luck, but let's go have a look. So just making my way up just a side creek towards Nettlebed Cave, the lower cave. At least I'm trying to. You might wonder why it's called Nettlebed Cave. Well, it's because this stuff's all around. This is onga, or it's a indigenous or native New Zealand nettle, and it has toxins on those spines, and if you get that on your skin, gives you a few days of sort of pain and numbness, so don't want to be touching that. Alright, just making my way back along Isles Creek. I've come back down the track. I couldn't find the cave, unfortunately. Yeah, what a bummer. If you do know where it is, maybe drop a note in the comments. There's not actually a lot of information as to exactly where it is. Couldn't find it. I spent about 2 hours bush bashing around and time is up, so I'm heading back. Yeah, so that completes my trip up to the Pearse Resurgence. Didn't get a good look at Nettlebed Cave, but that's okay. It was still an awesome trip, and I'd fully recommend coming in here if you can get here. It's a great spot. On behalf of Kevin and myself, as always, thanks for watching our videos. We really appreciate it, and we'll see you next time we're out and about tramping.